Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, let's talk some boxing. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Derevianchenko has two options on the floor that I know of. Either he can take the Canelo fight or he can take the Jermall and Charlo fight. We'll talk about that. But first, talk about Billy Joe Saunders basically pulling out of contention for the Canelo Alvarez fight. Let's get to it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And basically, Billy Joe Saunders said they wanted him to take a cut and pay cut. And one of the things that he didn't like about that was he didn't have enough time to get ready. So I think basically it was the money. He said, why Canelo ain't taking the pay cut from $35 million? I reportedly heard that Canelo will take a pay cut, but it must not be significant enough to basically be all right with Billy Joe Saunders. But it was a championship fight. If you're not ready, you're not ready. You're not going to fight Canelo and not be ready when you don't have sufficient enough sparring or time to work out. And also, if the money was right, he would do it. He was already feel like taking a low ball offer of just under $8 million when the original fight was done. They never signed a fight, but $8 million wasn't enough for him. So, nothing. It wasn't enough for a lot of people, out there. Danny Jacobs made 15. You know what I'm saying? I believe they offered Jermall 15, but Billy Joe Saunders isn't a household name in America like that. So I get it, but that's his prerogative. I don't care if I don't see that fight. Billy Joe hasn't looked the same after he got popped for the oxyfrine. I just think it was I don't think it was a good matchup, for Canelo. I mean, as far as bringing excitement, Billy Joe, he's been more offensive lately, but he hasn't really looked good. His body hasn't looked as sturdy and strong as it was versus David Lemieux. He hasn't moved the same. Now, if that Canelo that fought that Billy Joe Saunders that fought David Lemieux, then that's a good fight because he stick to move. But unless you stop at Canelo, you're not gonna beat Canelo. So if they don't reach your worth, they don't reach the dollar amount you want for Canelo, I don't blame none of these dudes for not fighting Canelo. Excuse me, I don't blame them. It's just my personal opinion on it, man. Because if you feel you worth 10 or 15, you're gonna lose regardless. That's just a fact. You're gonna lose. You're not gonna beat that guy. Unless you're stopping him. And Billy Joe had no chance of beating him, especially since he got popped for the oxyfrine. So we'll go on and see what he does in his career. He's also threatened to retire. I don't think the game will miss Billy Joe Saunders one bit. But about Canelo taking the pay cut, he should have taken a drastic pay cut his next fight. Canelo should be going down to $20 million. And Billy Joe Saunders should at least get his 8, because guess what? You selling your soul to fight Canelo. If you sell your soul to fight the biggest name in the sport, you at least gonna want 8 figures. You know what I'm saying? Or like a late 9 figures. I think Kovalev ended up getting 10, 11, 12, $13 million. But Kovalev is a bigger name in America than Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders fought once in America and once in Canada. And this is what happens when you don't build your brand, in the main market. You come over here and you get shortchanged unless you build the biggest brand in your market. Let's say you build a huge brand in the UK and fans can be allowed, and you're going to bring a whole bunch of UK fans to the stadium, then that's different. But in this situation, it won't be no fans, and his name just not big enough. So I'm not mad at Billy Joe Saunders. Don't complain about it after the fight. Know your worth. You know you're not going to win, so it's probably going to be your last significant fight. You already talk about retiring. Can you be mad at him for trying to get as much money as he trying to get? Canelo was drastically overpaid. He the one that need to be taking a big pay cut. But, it looked like, could John Ryder threw his name out there. I think that wouldn't be a bad fight, given the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? In his style, Callum Smith sounded like he want to move up. So, who else we got out there? I heard Anthony Dirrell. I don't think nobody want to see that. And David Lemieux. He been trying to fight David Lemieux forever. So, and Dirrell, we'll talk about him in a minute, but I think David Lemieux is probably going to be the guy. I don't know. I just got a feeling. Not saying I got any inside information. I know, Jaime Mungia was a candidate at one point, but I didn't take him serious until he built his name up. He will probably be fighting on Canelo's undercard in September. So, just to give you a heads up, if you're looking forward to Jaime Mungia, he could be fighting on Canelo's undercard. But, I think it's probably gonna be Dave Lemieux. I know inside information. I just know he is a candidate. It's an in-house fight. He don't garnish that much money or that. He a big puncher. He fighting at 68 right now. Canelo don't want to go from 75 all the way back down to 60, which is smart. And it's been footage of him back training once again. So it'd probably be the biggest puncher Canelo fought outside of Golovkin. So I mean, I expect. If you ask me, my preference, if it's Derevyanchenko, Dirrell, and David Lemieux, and Ryder and John Ryder, whatever his name is, I'll probably take Derevyanchenko, Ryder, Lemieux, and then Dirrell. No, I'll probably say, yeah, I'll take that order. I mean, I'll take Dirrell over Lemieux. Lemieux will be last. Dirrell a little bit more relevant to him at this point, but that's it on that point. But also, Derevyanchenko has options. He can choose between a deal with Jermall. He can choose between a deal with Canelo. Now, if the money is funny, if they, I don't know what they was offering Billy Joe, what they cut his pay down from 8 to 4 to 3 to 2 to $1 million. I don't know. But Canelo has a regular WBA belt. And most people count that as a real world championship belt. So he will be able to get a belt. I mean, people look at Jermall Charlo's WBC belt as a regular belt. It is a regular belt, and there's a franchise belt. So that's the franchise champion, even though you can't win it or they can't lose it. That's the real championship. And the WBC regular is like the regular WBA, in my opinion. So basically, he could be fighting for 2 regular belts. He is Al Haymon fighter, so Al Haymon has to write off everything he does. He is a Lou DiBella fighter. He's the last of a dying breed. Al has been really messing with Lou DiBella fighters like that. So Derevyanchenko got to choose. You know what I'm saying? If you fight Charlo and you fought on Fox or Showtime, you probably get more exposure. Canelo might be paying a little bit more, but you got to go up 8 pounds somewhere I don't think he ever been before. You're already a small, stocky guy. So it's up to him. He got options. He can pick Jermall. He can pick Canelo. Now, if there was fans involved, Canelo probably bring more cake, to the table for him and his family. But there's no fans involved. And just look how low they're trying to go for the purse. Lemieux, Dirrell, Ryder threw his name in there. They're not trying to pay much. So can Al Haymon pay him more to fight Jermall Charlo? And also, you got to look at it, which one is more winnable. And off the strength, Charlo's more winnable because, Canelo's invincible unless you can knock him out. And I don't think Derevyanchenko got enough power to knock him out. So, from a fan standpoint of view, I like to see him fight Jermall Charlo. And also Al Haymon has to sign off on him, sending him to the zone. So it's Al Heyman's going to drive the money up for Derevyanchenko. Remember last time Derevyanchenko and Canelo was in negotiations and didn't go well. Canelo ended up dropping his belt. So I don't see them dropping the money off too much lower than that. And I can't remember exactly what the number was. I think it was like $4 or $5 million. So I think Golden Boy gonna go with he can go with like Ryder or Lemieux, possibly Dirrell. He's another Al Haymon fighter, Anthony Dirrell. I think Derevyanchenko gonna end up fighting Jermall Charlo. It's a more winnable fight, more exposure. I think if they had fans in there, he'd probably go Canelo because it'd bring more money to the table, or significantly more money to the table. But I think Charlo and Derevyanchenko, if not Charlo and Derevyanchenko, probably Chris Eubanks and Derevyanchenko. But from a fighter standpoint of view, whoever paying more money, that's where he should go. If it's close, the money's close, then I probably would tell him to probably go for Jermall Charlo, trying to win a real belt at 60, and see what happens. But with Canelo, you just ain't gonna be able to beat that guy. That guy is invincible in the square circle, from commissions to, judging to, VADA. They say they're not taking VADA no more. You don't hear Mauricio Sulaiman Jr. throwing him out like he did Big Baby Miller, but it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. Should Derevyanchenko fight Charlo or Canelo? Which one you want to see from a fan standpoint of view? Forget the money, forget the split, forget the fans. Like, from a standpoint of view, which fight you want to see for viewership reasons. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I want to see Derevianchenko and Jermall for viewership reasons. That's just my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think entirety of that, and let me know what you guys think about the whole video. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate is share the video. And don't forget, check out our boxing playlist. We got middleweight, we got heavyweight. We got everywhere, boxing rumors, the whole nine. So I do appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos, man. And also let me know what you think about Billy Joe Saunders, possibly retiring and pulling out of the Canelo sweepstakes because of the money in preparation time. So appreciate y'all. We gone.